Week 1, we're kicking off in a little over 24 hours. By the time a lot of people listen to this, it'll be way past 24 hours. Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go. Good job, Will.
Yeah, so the NFL awards, season predictions, bold predictions. I mean, hey, I got a couple bold predictions. I think we'll probably scatter them about throughout the episode. But if anyone has a bold prediction, just shout it out when you want. We can go into it. But the fun with this, we have EA Sports Madden, which is always 100% accurate and never not accurate with their predictions. They're always correct no matter what. So their awards that they are predicting this year. So Lamar Jackson wins MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. Von Miller comes back and has a 23 sack season, shatters the sack record. Bijan Robinson, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Brian Branch. Zach Taylor goes to the Coach of the Year award. But I want to bring the conversation back to us. Let's see. I don't know which way we want to start this. Let's kind of break it down by I'm going to break it down from the bottom. We could go up from here. So Coach of the Year, okay? Who do you guys have as Coach of the Year? I mean, I can. You want to announce? I don't know who wants to announce Josh's pick.
I'll say Josh's first because we'll start from right to left on our cheat sheet here, I guess, that we put together. Josh went with Dable, the Giants head coach. He won Coach of the Year last year, right?
Mm-hmm. I didn't think he should have won it last year, personally.
Well, whether he should have or not, they never win 2 times in a row anyway. No.
Nah, unless he's going like 17-0, that's probably the only way he can win it again.
It's a valid point. I just don't see that happening for me. Jake, what about you?
I had Dan Campbell. I think his hype train has been building for a while now. I think Detroit's going to be pretty good. So, logical pick to me.
Yeah, I like the Dan Campbell train. That's a solid one. I really had to consider that. Colton?
I'm pulling mine back up, but I think I know who I went with here.
John Harbaugh.
Oh, I went with the Homer pick. Yeah, absolutely. I went with Coach Tomlin. The guy I hate truly, I went with him. Yeah. The guy I slander all the time, yes, I went with Coach Tomlin. I think the Steelers surprised people this year, and I think Tomlin gets his first. He's never won it. Coach of the Year award. O's here. How good of a coach he is. We're going to see it this year.
Never under 500, always over 500.
Deepest team he's had in quite some time.
One of the craziest things I saw last time the Steelers ever drafted top 5 in a draft was 1970 for Terry Bradshaw.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, that is what Patriots are like. I think Patriots are the next.
I think they're in like the 90s.
92. I think 92 is for the Patriots. But yeah.
Let's see, Dom. Who's
you and I are the same. Well, me and
yeah.
I'll let you say it because this is more you than me.
Come on, Bob Saleh. I say, hey, this might spoil some playoff things, but hey, when you got a 4-time MVP and Aaron Rodgers, I think it only makes sense that he can win Coach of the Year and just build off of what that amazing defense has done last year. So
it's fair. I went with Robert Saleh because I'm kind of on the Jets are doing it this year kind of train. I'm not saying Super Bowl doing it, but I'm saying doing it more than the Jets always do it. So I'm going with the Robert Saleh train on that as well.
So let's go to Comeback Player of the Year. We have all selected DeMar except for Jake. Jake, can you reveal to us your player that's going to clearly run away with the award?
Oh, I don't think. I do agree. It's probably going to go to DeMar Hamlin just because of the story. But on the traditional sense, I'm thinking about it. Tua Tagovailoa's got to be a consideration.
Well, there's always 3. Is there always 3 finalists, right? And then
I think every award's 3.
3, right? Yeah. And I could easily see Tua being up there, right?
Yeah. I mean, Miami season, he stays healthy. I don't see any reason besides a story like DeMar Hamlin why he wouldn't win Comeback Player of the Year.
Yeah.
The last time they did split the award was 2020, where Alex Smith came back from that gruesome leg injury, nearly dying. So they split it with him and Big Ben, who had that UCL or just elbow joint.
They could split it. They could split it this year. That would actually make sense.
If there's any time this award could just go like undisputed to someone, I think it's just DeMar is just
absolutely
the guy with it. What I like about the next couple rounds, we all are different on this, and this is amazing too.
Yeah, this is a first, I think, actually, that we've had this many in a row that were there are no duplicates.
So, it's definitely maybe the first.
Defensive Rookie of the Year, Josh selects Banks, Deion Banks, the corner out of the Giants. So Jake, where do you go on this one?
So I went with Witherspoon for the corner for Seattle because I think he's going to bring back the kind of
the boom
new era of Legion of Boom.
I like that pick a lot. I do like that pick a lot.
I know I got in there early for that one.
I like that pick a lot. No, it's true.
It's because it's also a position that they get a lot of headlines. You can get some interceptions, get some stats in your favor, and I think he's going to have a really, really, really solid year.
Yeah.
Colton, where did you go on this?
I went with the steal of the draft in Jalen Carter. That guy's just a dog. Shocker. Georgia Bulldog. He's playing on a defensive front that's loaded. A great defense. The guy's going to put up gaudy numbers. Jalen Carter.
Dom.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with everyone here. My defensive rookies and defensive players of the year, well, more rookies every time we do this, usually I'm just like so off the target. It's not even funny. So I am going with what I've seen maybe the odds favorite for defensive rookie of the year, and I'm taking Will Anderson. I just think, also pass rushers and players on the line seem to have an edge unless you have a guy like Sauce last year that really is an explosive corner, or like Jake's pick with Witherspoon. I could see that up there. But I feel like, the pass rushing guys, those kinds of guys have a little bit of an edge on this, just like quarterbacks usually have a little bit of an edge on awards and stuff like that. So, well,
did you announce it?
Will Anderson, yeah. Right?
Okay.
No, did I not?
No, you said it.
Okay.
Well,
I missed it.
It's okay. Well,
I picked the best corner that was coming out of college in the draft because I said, you know what? If he's going to be in Belichick's system, he's just going to go out and do it. And Christian Gonzalez is just going to be, another playmaker that the Patriots build up. So why not just go with that? So Christian Gonzalez is my pick there.
I approve. Okay.
So offensive rookie of the year. Let's go. I'm going to go in the opposite direction.
Yeah, start with you, Will.
I picked Jahmyr Gibbs, and I think he's going to be an explosive player in this Lions offense this year. I think he can erupt for 1,500 total yards, get himself double-digit touchdowns. I think this is the X factor on the Lions offense, and yeah, they wanted to pick him at 6, and they still picked him at 12, even despite trading with Arizona in the draft. So Jahmyr Gibbs is my selection.
I think it's a good one.
So Dom, where were you going?
I'm going with. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm going with Jordan Addison of the Vikings, the number 2 receiver. I gotta think he's the number 2 receiver, right?
He's definitely.
Justin Jefferson did it as a number 2 receiver for the Vikings, same quarterback. I'm gonna go with Jordan Addison. I think he could be very explosive. I think, Jefferson takes so much of a defense. I think Jordan Addison, will have great games this year, and I've drafted him on some fantasy teams. I really look forward to his year. I really think him and Kirk will be great. I think that, kind of the sky's limit for him. So I have Jordan Addison as my guy.
Colton.
I went with the guy that I hated on draft night, but he's clearly going to get it. He's Bijan Robinson. He's going to be an absolute stud. And, he's gonna walk away with this award very easily. I don't think there's a race for it unless he gets hurt. Then it's game on. Outside of that, it is his, and he's not going to lose it. He's going to put up some flashy numbers. I'm like, holy crap, this guy's elite, special, whatever you want to name it, which he is. He's going to be very good. This team ran the ball well last year in Atlanta. Now you had a special back like this. Yeah, he's going to be a nice check down piece for Desmond Ridder.
Jake.
So this one was a pretty big toss-up for me until an injury already happened. So I really was between Jackson Smith and Jigba and Zay Flowers. Then the injury happened, and I went with Zay Flowers for a really similar reasoning to Dom. He is going to be the lonely guy with Odell and Mark Andrews drawing most of the attention, and he's a guy that can get it done one-on-one and double teams by himself anyway. So I think he's going to have a monster season in Baltimore as long as Lamar actually throws the ball.
I was tossing up on Jackson Smith, but he is playing week 1.
He is?
He is. Yeah,
He
he
is.
is.
So
He is. I
Well,
saw that earlier today. too.
I'm like, you know what? No, I'm locking it in. I'm confident here.
Do you think he's 100% healthy?
Probably
I
close.
really don't know. It's got to be close, but yeah, I mean, still.
And Josh picked Dalton Kincaid out of Buffalo.
Not a bad pick.
No, none of these picks. The fact that there is so much talent on both sides for these rookies, defensive, offensive, is just wild. We've never had just different players picked by all of us like this before. So it is pretty cool.
Defensive Player of the Year. Josh selected Mad Max Crosby out of Vegas. Jake, where are you going with yours?
This one I had such a hard time because for the last couple years, I'm like, it's TJ Watt's award to lose. And then he gets hurt. Sorry, Colton. But I
Last year, holy Toledo, pump the freaking brakes. God almighty.
I've picked him probably the last 3 years in a row to be my defensive player of the year.
Yeah, it's true. That's fair.
So I'm going to go with a different edge monster in Micah Parsons.
It's fair.
Colin, where are you going with your Defensive Player of the Year?
I'm going TJ Watt. I mean, did we not see what he did to Joe Burrow in that offense week 1 last year before he got hurt? He was tearing that game up. Oh my goodness. He's literally one of the best edge rushers in the game. Honestly, I think he's the best. Like, I think he's better than Nick Bosa. I'm sorry. I think he's better. Like by a decent amount, to be honest. He had 18.5 last year, Nick Bosa. TJ Watt missed, I think, 2 games, and he tied the sack record. Sorry, he plays, a half. He breaks the record. So, and by the way, don't go, extra game. I just told you he missed quite a few games in that. So, eat my shorts. It's TJ Watt. It's not even a question. And they have 4 edge rushers, so he's going to be fresh. Have fun, AFC.
Dom, where are you going?
Okay, one, I just want to say this. This would be my honorable mention. Nick Bosa just signed his contract today, right?
Yes.
Did I see that? Okay.
Yes, he did.
Landslide as the largest defensive lineman just per year
That's an
contract.
hour and a half ago.
Not gonna lie, that might be him going into a season like with some fire and everything, getting it done last minute and everything. Could very well be up there. But you know what? I took a different approach. I'm gonna take Sauce Gardner for my defensive player of the year. Defensive rookie of the year last year, transitioned right into the next award for himself. Defensive player of the year with that team, the Jets team. I mean, I like the schedule. I like who they're facing. I like who his quarterbacks might be that he's going to be potentially picking the ball from. I went for it. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. 100%. Jets all in. Right, Will?
Oh yeah. I so want to change my pick to Nick Bosa, but I'm gonna lock it. I'm keeping Max Crosby here. I want to play it safe. I think he's gonna be really good this year, despite what's going on there with Chandler Jones in Vegas and all that stuff, which is a whole weird situation. Maybe we'll talk about it, but I'll lock in Max Crosby in for Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year. I went with Justin Jefferson. He's gonna hit the Gwitty. He's gonna be Gwittying on all the defenses when you find in the end zone. That's what he's gonna do. Okay, and I don't know. He's gonna help Kirk get his next big deal, which who knows where that will be? Who knows?
Question: when was the last time a player won 2 in a row?
He won it last year.
Pretty positive, no?
Oh yeah, he did.
Definitely won it last year. I was just asking because
maybe Peyton when he had that record-breaking passing season. Maybe.
Whereas Zeke and Todd Gurley might have one of them.
I feel like it's probably happened, but I feel like it's probably been a little bit. But all right. Me?
Yes, Dom. Where are you going with your
I went with Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey, once he got traded to San Fran, was the best running back in the league. I think best fantasy running back from there on out. I mean, what he was doing in that offense was insane. Their quarterback situation is not favorable no matter who is taking the snaps. And that's also the other thing. The fact I'm saying no matter who is taking the snaps means that we could very well see 1, 2, or 3 quarterbacks for them maybe. Well, now that Trey Lance is gone, maybe not so much, but still. Christian McCaffrey is still going to be such a huge part of that offense. And I think he has the best season of his career. We've seen shades of him putting up 1,000 on the ground and 1,000 in the air or catching and receiving. So I think he could very well do that. So I'm going Christian McCaffrey.
Colton, where are you going with your pick?
I'm following you up with Justin Jefferson. He's not going to win MVP. Wide receivers don't do it. So, offensive player of the year.
Jake, where are you going with your pick?
Well, this is usually the award I don't really care about because the MVP exists. So it's always like the next best guy.
Yeah.
I went a little weird with it, though, because normally it's not a quarterback because a quarterback wins MVP. But I'm still going to go with Rodgers because it's Aaron Rodgers and the Jets hype machine they have going right now. So I think Aaron Rodgers might be a solid offensive player of the year pick.
He's going to see some UFOs after seeing that again in New Jersey. And Josh went with Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, Josh went Stephon Diggs. So
the most valuable player award. We all are different on this, which is incredible. Josh went Josh Allen. The linebacker, the quarterback, I don't know. We'll figure that out. Maybe
definitely
both.
The linebacker. Yep.
Josh is big on the Buffalo Bills this year, huh?
That's usually how it goes. Though we always I don't know if that's what I did this year. No, it's not what I did. Never mind.
Jake, where are you going with your MVP?
I am a big believer in the, what the Chargers are doing. They finally have an actual offensive guy in the building. So I think that unlocks the Justin Herbert that we should be seeing, and he gets MVP.
Colton?
I'm going with the best quarterback in that same division. I'm going to go with the guy that just won a Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes. He's gonna prove what he can do, just like Tom Brady's done with less talent. He's going to show it this year with guys that you wouldn't hear about at wide receiver. So I think Mahomes is going to get the number 1 seed. Oh, wait. I don't have them as a 1 seed, do I? Ooh. Bite my tongue. But no, I think he's going to win one of the better divisions, and he's going to do it with some not so great wide receivers. Clearly, Travis Kelce's a stud. I'm not going to act like that's not who he's throwing to, but very similar to Tom Brady. Great tight end, elite tight end, and wide receivers that some people might not hear of.
Dom, where are you going with this one?
I'm going to go with Joe Burrow. He's been reaching for it for the last 2 years, and I think
for his contract is what he's been reaching for.
Yeah, that as well. And if he wins MVP this season, that contract's going to be even more insane than it would be already. But I'm going to go with Joe Burrow. He's playing for the contract. He's playing for his team. He's playing for the Super Bowl. I think that he finally does it.
I had to take the homer pick here. He's going to tie Peyton Manning with MVPs. Aaron Rodgers, Cal. Why not? I think he just has to go for it. I think it's just what's going to happen here. I want to share